where eventually you will get an opportunity to engage and interact with them, collaborate with them, learn from them. Considering most of you are in your early 20s, you're probably 18, 19, 22, 23. At this point, it is extremely important to build a network that goes beyond that goes beyond borders and is global. With the help of internet, everyone has gotten a step closer, and this community is going to give you an opportunity to engage with all the people present in this program overall. So the crowdsource learning community, which is basically this program. So the CrowdSource by Google brings to your university the CrowdSource Learning Community. It's a 3-month program for you all to grow and learn together, or simply participate as community members or become an influencer. These are the different phases of the program that you have ahead of you. Please don't worry, I will be sending you all of this in the form of an email later on. But at this point, interested students register to the community, understand the program. There is registration, and there is an introductory meetup, which is happening right now. And the first step right now is to get to level 5 on the CrowdSource app. So I know that some of you have installed the app, some of you haven't, but this is the point for you to definitely go ahead and unlock level 5 and reach there, the 45-minute task that I talked about. Phase 2 is where you will start accessing a bunch of cool things. There is also a certification opportunity for you right there. But there is going to be a machine learning workshop. Once you get to level 5, all the students who get to level 5 on the CrowdSource app will get access to a machine learning certification program, as well as a certain amount of self-paced curated curriculum, which I will talk about in the next slide. And then your aim will be to unlock level 10, reach level 10 on the CrowdSource app. That's when you get to phase 3. This is where you will unlock advanced learning by reaching level 10. There will be an on-air session with a Googler. That means that, like I am a program manager, there are going to be a lot of other engineers, app developers, and I know that most of you students are studying computers right now. So you will have access to a lot of the biggest tech developers that we have working with us, who will be engaging with you actively. You can ask them your questions. There's also going to be a wrap-up party, which is where you will get that global perspective that I talked about, as well as an overall certificate of completion of the program from Google. So why would you join this community at this point? Well, you, again, as I said, you get to build your portfolio. This is where you get the certificates from Google. You get a network and definitely a personal brand out there, because you will become ambassadors for Google. You make a direct impact on Google on Google AI, and then you unlock self-paced courses and workshops. You also get featured on Google Crowdsource official handles. And of course, at a community level, everyone's a winner. Every member who completes this program will learn essential skills that will go beyond your courses and your workshop. These will be leadership skills, communication skills, and networking skills. And these are certain key things that definitely everyone needs right and when you get out of college. So that's all for now. I know that we already have a bunch of questions, which I will get to right away. So I also invite other folks to bring in their questions. I'll just stop sharing my screen so that we all can see how we're up to right now. Okay.
Oke, kalau ada pertanyaan bisa bertanya ya. Bisa ditulis atau langsung mencoba ngomong ya, berlatih. Ya, boleh. Related to the explanations, if you need some clarification maybe, ya boleh ditanya. Atau ada yang sudah sampai level 5? Is there anyone?
Until then, I'll take up some more questions. Thank you so much, Andra, for encouraging the folks. I will take up certain questions that are already there.
Sure.
All right, Mohammed Amin says that, sir, I have a problem with my CrowdSource app. I can't level up after using some features there. I think there's a bug. Amin, if there is a bug for sure, you can report it on the app itself. So please go ahead and report that. However, usually these tiny little bugs get fixed if you just close the app and restart it. Otherwise, if you still face this issue, you can report it to your faculty, and I am constantly in touch with them, and I'll get to the bottom of this. Thank you so much for highlighting that. Win says, I'm trying to put nature photos and some photos on the gallery or Google Photos I like into the CrowdSource. Win, well, that's not a question, but rather I think that's a contribution that you're making. So thank you for that. Really appreciate that. Okay, let me check. Is there a point where after all the data is set to be sufficient, we do not need to contribute any more crowdsourcing? Akbar, that is such a great question. I would suggest that definitely get to level 15. You get to that point, and you'll know the answer to that question for sure. But just to let you know, Akbar, as you saw, Google Translate is one of the products that we crowdsource the answers right now. It got to 90%, it got to 75%. So that is the number that we need to take to 100%. So that is when we'll know that no more data feeding is required at all. All right, I don't see any other question, but someone says they're already on level 7. Well, fantastic. We will be sharing the learning resources, the next steps. Congratulations to you. You have unlocked the Explore ML workshop, which is a certified, Google certified machine learning workshop. So now that you are on level 7, we will definitely get you to be a part of that workshop, as well as you will have access to 2 of our self-paced learning modules where exciting things like curriculums around YouTube, as well as more are present. Any other questions?
Ada lagi pertanyaan? Any more questions? Jadi itulah kenapa ya kalau kita pakai terjemahan sometimes keliru gitu. Ada yang nggak diterjemahkan. Mungkin kalau kalian pengguna Google terjemahan dari zaman dulu, kalau saya dulu dari SMP ke sekarang tuh jauh berbeda. Sekarang tuh konsistensinya makin naik ya. Nah itu karena dari Google CrowdSource ini kita berkontribusi gitu terhadap arti. Ada beberapa yang nggak bisa diterjemahkan karena memang nggak ada fit artinya di Google. Nah kalian ya juga berkontribusi gitu untuk memberikan meaning ya tadi. Itu kalau untuk Google Translate-nya. Questions terkait tentang
I got a questions, Mr. Subhan. So I want to clarify something. Is so Google CrowdSource is not available on iOS, right?
Yes.
So okay. Correct. Is there any specific reason why it is not on iOS? But because we all know there's a lot of people use Apple, but it is still not available on iOS. Can you explain why? And yeah, just any reason why it's not available on iOS yet?
That's a great question, Andre. Thank you so much for asking that. It is first of all truly refreshing to see someone unmute and talk. I would encourage other people to also ask these questions in such a fashion. So yeah, thank you so much, Andre. The reason why it is not available on iOS right now, just to be honest, is number one, it is currently under development, and creating apps on iOS is a lot more difficult when it comes to data feeding as well as processing. So that bit takes time, and we wanted to get a head start. one of the other reasons why you wanted to get head start is because Android is present in a lot more capacity in comparison to iOS. Again, if you look at the purpose of CrowdSource, as I said, everything is available in English. You have what a bride looks like in the US and the UK and Europe. The data that's missing is from Asia. And if you look at the buying patterns, if I were to get into the bottom of it, we have more Android users in the current demographic that we are trying to serve. Hence, the first launch has been on Android. But that does not mean that iOS is being ignored. It is currently under development and it will be out very soon. As an alternative, though, if you use an iPhone and you want to still contribute, CrowdSource Web is available, so you can log in through your computer or just use Google Chrome on your iPhone, and it will still work. I hope that helps in answering your question, Andre, and thank you so much for asking that. Anyone else?
Oke, ada lagi? Bagus sekali pertanyaannya ya. Kenapa nggak ada di iOS gitu ya? It will come soon. Tapi bisa diakses pakai web tadi katanya ya. Jadi di Google Chrome juga bisa. Di web pakai PC juga bisa. Oke. Dari Firza Srian, I have a little questions. Why is the smart camera in the app often not detected in every object? Okay.
Firzaz, Ryan, thank you so much for asking that question again. So the reason why it is probably not detecting every object is because the app, pretty much the task, tries and align your photos, the object that you're trying to detect to what needs to be detected. So if at all there is any difference, that is why it is unable to identify in any object. So I would definitely suggest that whenever you're doing that exercise, please definitely look at what kind of object is required for detecting, and that will smoothen a lot of things out. I hope that helps you answer the question, Ryan. Any other questions?
Any more? Jana mungkin bertanya.
All right, again, just to help you understand the quality of the contributions as well. Before we wrap things up here, I wanted to reiterate on certain things. You have to make contribution to get points. When you get points, you level up. The more you level up, the more access you will have to Google certifications, to crowdsource community in order to network, to more and more, special gifts, as well as certain surprises by the Google team, as well as an opportunity to contribute and hear from the most experienced Google staff members.
Okay.
Along with that, there is also an early access program which helps you test certain Google apps and Google products, which you will get to post level 15. But in order to do that, we take great attention in detecting what kind of quality of contributions are being detected. So please make sure that there are no spams. Please make sure when you are putting in data or when you are answering any of the questions on the app, that you are being you're answering the right question. And there is no spam as such, because we will be monitoring your data and seeing the quality of contributions, which will make you qualify for the next level. So if you end up just answering, say, some random answers and collecting points, and you reach level, say, level 8 or level 6, we will know that. And unfortunately, you won't be able to qualify for the gifts, as well as the opportunities, as well as everything else that comes with the program. So please ensure that the input is of a certain quality. Andra, if you could just
Ya,
definitely.
katanya ini ya harus jawab dengan benar ya, harus apa namanya tadi, quality dari database yang kalian berikan ke Google CrowdSource itu harus benar, jangan sampai random, jangan sampai ngasal gitu ya bahasanya mengisinya, mendatabase-nya nanti ada gaps ya dari Google buat kalian. Jadi harus benar-benar quality answer, jangan sembarangan ngisi data ya, nggak main-main ya, karena ke Google nggak boleh ngisinya sembarangan. Ya tentang kedaerahan kita atau apa gitu kan, terutama unsur-unsur kearifan lokal ya dari kita sendiri ya, dari Dayak nih, kurang banyak tersedia gitu di Google. Ya karena itu, karena kontribusi kita untuk memberikan input database ke dalamnya itu kurang. Makanya kalau dalam pendidikan pun, saya sendiri mengalami kesulitan sebenarnya dalam meneliti. Kalau mencari jurnal-jurnal ya, secondary resources saya, arti-arti dari Google tuh nggak ada gitu, sedikit bahannya karena itu tadi. Nah, kalau kita ini makin improve, mungkin nanti Google Translate bisa 100% ya, akurasinya ya bisa kalau banyak input ya. Gimana kalau orang mau nerjemahin tentang kearifan Dayak nih gitu, mau diterjemahkan bahasa Dayak ini ke Inggris, bisa nggak? Bisa kalau kita memberikan kontribusinya di situ ya. Nah, kurang lebihnya kayak gitu. Jadi intinya jangan main-main dengan memberikan jawaban terhadap Google. Right, Mr. Shubham, do not play with the answers. Right, give the quality answers.
Right. So definitely, please do not play with the answers. I see Ileana says that I have made 1343 contributions, 216 approved. Fantastic stuff there, and congratulations.
Cool. Congratulations, though.
Yeah. And back to you. I think that should be all. We should wrap up now. I don't see any more questions.
Sure.
I just wanted to thank you and thank everyone for being a part of this call and taking out the time in doing this. A special shout out to people who unmuted and asked questions. Special shout out to people who have their cameras on. It gives a lot of energy to us and a lot of motivation and encouragement when you do that. And yes, I hope that all of you get those certifications, make these contributions, enjoy the overall experience. This could be an opportunity for you to make a global network and possibly in the future get a job where you are actively part of the tech world and you are collaborating with not just people in your country but everywhere else, and in the process traveling the world, because the pandemic for the past 2 years has made us pretty much stay where we are, and everyone really wants to get out. And there's nothing more in sort of traveling and doing something you definitely love. So definitely there are a lot of benefits for you in this program, and I hope that you sign up for those. Back to you, Andra.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Shubham Sharma, for the very cool explanations and everything, and the importance of our contribution actually, as like we need to be valuable for our city, right? We need to be more contribute to our city in terms of giving the variety of cultures, languages, everything that you love based on your expertise, based on your interests, maybe pictures, maybe words, so it will contribute to the Google, right? So next time it will improve the quality of the, let's say, the machine learning itself. Okay, so is there anyone, are you sure you don't want to ask more questions before we close the sessions? You want to say some words? No? Alfie? Jana?
Yes, by the way, my name is not Henry. I accidentally logged in with my cousin's Google account, so my name is Alfie. By the way, I accidentally used my cousin's Google account to join this meeting. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh no,
Okay.
Alfie, that's totally cool, Alfie. And I'm sorry I ended up calling you Andre. That's a great name though, just to be honest.
Yeah, I
Beautiful
know,
name.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Singgi, are you still there? Akbar? No? Jana, you have something to say? Okay, so we encourage you guys to log in to the CrowdSource Google and try to do that and back to Bumini again. Well, everything will be led by Bumini and everything. So you'll get the certificates after you unlock the level 5. All right. So thank you, Mr. Shubham, Sharma, and Meminan. Do you have something to say before we end up the meeting?
It's not.
No? Okay. So, Mr. Shubham Sharma, we will encourage the students to do this, and we will be engage one another to webinarly as well after the sessions. Okay?
Absolutely. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you so much. So, okay,
All
you,
right.
you guys may
Thank
leave
you.
the room. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye. Have a nice day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. Okay. Sudah selesai? Oke. Bu Minarni saya izin keluar ya.
Thank you, Shah.
Help me.
Optimum Prime.